What pressure on? Okay. Actually, some people asked me this morning, but yeah. All right, guys, it's 32. We start because you probably have some meetings at noon. So Ryan, we good to go?
Good to go. Stage is yours.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone. For people who don't know, so I'm based in San Diego with the team. So I didn't know till right now, but it's going to be some people from everywhere from Qualcomm. So the topic today, it's going to be weight loss. So I'm going to talk about different things. Basically how it's going to go, a little introduction at the beginning. Then we're going to have 20 minutes presentation. I'm going to share my screen and go through a PowerPoint and explain my opinion on different things. And at the end, we do some question answers. Ryan is me right now, so he's going to help me to coordinate everything. And at the very end, just 2 minutes to talk about the program for June and July with the class schedule and stuff like that. Okay, there's no pressure. With fitness, there's always some new trends, some new theories. So some things you're going to know, some things you will not know. You can put the question in the chat, and then I do my best to answer. I don't have all the answers, and some stuff we're going to go through is like related to diet, so dietitian might be a bit more knowledgeable about that. But we're here to learn and have a good 30 minutes. So thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. I know it's valuable, and then we can enjoy a nice weekend. I wanted to say a sunny weekend, but we haven't seen the sun in San Diego for like 2 months. So if you're in San Diego, keep tight, and the sun is coming. Okay, little introduction before we start, so you know with who we are talking right now. So my name is Greg. I go from Greg, but my full name is Grégoire Chauvin. I'm actually French, as you can tell. I have a French accent, so if you do not understand, I apologize. But I keep the accent because it's people say it's charming. Okay, I'm 38 years old. I'm from Paris. I studied with Qualcomm last October. Before that, I got certified with NASA, and then I was a trainer at Equinox in Los Angeles, Lifetime in La Jolla. I was manager of different F45 studios, which is like the functional training. And then I had a good opportunity to join the Qualcomm team last October, which I did. I'm really happy. It's an amazing community here and hard workers, and I really appreciate everyone in class, in the Zoom class and stuff like that. So happy to work with you guys. Today, the topic is going to be weight loss. Okay, so weight loss it's a vast topic, and people have some misunderstanding or have some theories in their head. So we're going to try to go through all those things and see what maybe we could change and how it works. And some like I said, some stuff you're going to know and some stuff are going to be new. And feel free to ask your questions. So weight loss, I'm going to share the PowerPoint after, but a little introduction. It's a mix of diet on one side and training on the other side. So it's two things we're going to see in the PowerPoint. So different concept on both sides. And so people sometimes think they have a great strategy to lose weight, and sometimes it's not productive. Okay. Also remember that in fitness, everyone is different, and first mistake that people do sometimes is copying someone else, either diet or training program or strategy, which is not smart in a way that female, male, you age, your diet restrictions, the injuries you've had in the past, all those kinds of conditions make that for you, it should be an appropriate diet and fitness program. Okay, so don't copy what everyone else is doing. You can ask question and go on internet and see what's going on, but you have a special fit for you depending on your goals and your conditions. Okay, so that's really one thing I wanted to say. And then a lot of different things can also come in the equation, like quality of sleep. How much stress do you have? When you have a lot of stress at work and stuff like that, and all those things can condition to gain weight, for example. We're going to go through all those things, but just keep that in mind, a little introduction, that don't copy and don't compare yourself with other people, because you don't know what they've done before. You don't know if they have how work is going, how their life is going, and their goals. So keep it specific to you. Okay, that was a little introduction. Now we're going to go through the PowerPoint, and I suck with technology, so I'm going to do my best to share my screen. and start here. All right, so share screen, boom, boom, and then here we are, stoing. It should work, and we're doing it in full screen. Here we go. All right, so the way it's going to work it's like 10 to 11 slides, and we're going to go slow on each, and it's going to be something, and then I'm going to explain a lot of stuff here. Okay, so weight loss, which is the main subject, but I'm going to cover some other things about how your body works and how it all works together to lose weight, with a mix of like your metabolism and your calorie balance and the type of training that you should do or stuff like that. Okay, we start with the first slide, and I know I'm not judging here because I'm French and we have the best cuisine, but we have in the US, and sorry to say that, but not the best diet. All right, so one thing that's for sure, it's, you know this probably, and you probably already know those things, but like there's sugars everywhere, saturated fat and sodium. So those kind of things, which goes in from the processed food, from like the chips, the candies, the protein bars you take, all those kind of things. So the problem with sugar, it's really addicting. So more you have it and more you want it. And there's no, everyone is the same about that. So don't think like you're only you like have craving and want ice cream at night, or wants to have snacks and chips or stuff like that. All those like a lot of sugar and saturated stuff. It's everyone. So first little tip, a good way not to be tempted is not to buy. If I know I have ice cream at home, for sure I'm gonna dive in at night. Okay. The second thing is like in the US, the low in whole grains, vegetable, fruits, dairy. It's probably some that you know already. Healthy oils as well. Always go for like olive oil, and don't go for like the other oils. Whole grains can be like rice, can be like those kind of things. So basically, having like only one type of diet, and trust me, we all like more, I don't know, pasta or more something else, but having a mix of everything is important. And in the US, it's sometimes a bit too restricting and too limited. Okay, low in potassium, dietary fiber, calcium, and D vitamins. It's something that I've noticed actually now that I live in the US for the last more than 10 years, is all the food supplements, all the pills, all those kind of things that my girlfriend, my friends, they all take. It's something that, for example, in Europe, we do not have that approach. Everything I try to get from what I eat, like having like a lot of stuff in my diet, from carbs, from fat, from veggies, all those kind of things. But like, yes, it's really important to try to find all those things, all those vitamins, all those nutriments from the food, and not from like having 15 pills. It shouldn't be like that on paper. Then of course some stuff it's harder to find, but yeah, that was my point. So basically the building blocks, we talk a bit of nutrition. That's not my favorite part here, but obviously learning how to eat healthy is important when you want to lose weight. Okay, so the first thing to have in mind is fruits and vegetables. And when we say variety of colors, it's just because depending on the colors, it's going to bring you different nutriments. Okay, so some people are going to tell me, I don't like broccoli, I don't like zucchini, whatever. At the end, you have to remember that when you want to lose weight, when you want to gain muscle as well, and also when you want to just progress and stay healthy, there's what you need, and there's also what you want. What you want, I want ice cream, but do I need that? Not really. What I need is having like a healthy food, which is like fruit and vegetable is important. Okay, you have different way to cook it, to make it. We're going to talk about that later, but good variety of all of that. Whole grain fibers can be brown rice, it can be all those kind of things. It's important for your digestive system and stuff like that. So it goes with all of it. Lean proteins, it can be, like I said, from meat or not. Some people are vegan, like I said at the beginning, depending on your diet. If you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, you have other options with tofu, with other things, but you need the protein for your metabolism to work well, to have the energy and everything. And it's only people think it's going to be chicken and eggs. There's a million other options. Beans, broccoli, those kind of things are also really a lot of protein in that. Okay, dairy and dairy alternatives, lower fat, fat-free. First thing I wanted to say, and some people don't realize that, it's, I know when you're a kid, the wash your brain a little bit with like, you need to wake up and have your glass of milk and have your Kellogg's and whatever. This is, you know, that the milk you put in your cereals come from the cow, which is supposedly for like a baby cow is going to gain 200 pounds in 3 months. So first of all, those things are really, really rich. So you're not really supposed to have those rich milk in your metabolism. That's why I try to go for low fat or fat free. And also as an adult, you don't digest really the milk. So if you have problem with your stomach, sometimes if you eat cheese or if you have dairy stuff, that might be also one of the problems. So keep that in mind and try to substitute those things or get rid of it. I don't drink milk anymore. I grew up my entire childhood in France only with milk, trust me, so I know. Healthy fats, okay, so nuts, avocados, fish, olive oil. So one thing to remember with those healthy fats, it's still fat. So when we say nuts, we're not talking about like the full jar at Costco, okay? It's like 3 or 4 nuts here and there as a snack, but it's not like you spend the entire night watching the movie, eating all the nuts, and you think it's gonna be healthy. You know, it has to be a proportion, okay? Avocados are really good too, but half an avocado, you don't need the full avocado, fish oil, olive oil, and all those things. So healthy fats, yes, but not too much, okay? We go for the next. So yeah, like we said, keep it proportion, well balanced and mindful. Something else as well, what I tell for 80% of my clients in class or personal clients, a good diet is a diet you're going to be able to keep on long terms, okay? So it's easy to lose weight and to starve yourself for 2 months and eat half an apple, but are you going to be able to keep that diet more than 2 months? No, you're going to be sad, you're going to be depressed. Like, come on. At the end, you need to find a diet that is healthy, but it's also, you're going to be able to keep it on the long terms to have the benefits on the long term. Otherwise, it's just going to be doing the yo-yo, and no one wants to do that, okay? A good proportionality, what I give like people who wants to have like a healthy weight loss, it's like a 80-20. See, 80% of the time you eat healthy and clean, 20% of the rest you can have. If you have a birthday and you want to have a piece of cake, it's allowed. If you want to have, I don't drink alcohol, but like a beer with your friend on the weekend, it's allowed. At the end, you still need to have a social life. You know, you still have your friends and stuff. So it's if you want to tell me you want to have a 6-pack or lose 40 pounds in 3 months, then it's 100% clean. But otherwise, a healthy and long-term vision for you for the diet, 70-30, 80-20. Okay. Moving to the next one. What is metabolism? Okay, so it's a term we use a lot with all the clients. It's basically, boom, the processes that occur in order to create the energy our body needs to function. Okay, it's really like theoretical here. Basically, what it means, see yourself, your body, as like those old trains, and you need to put like those charbon, in French, those black stuff to make it work. Okay, so metabolism is like your body and the food you put in, so you make it run, you make your brain work, you make your lungs work all the time, you give you energy and all those kinds of things. Okay, that's your metabolism. Basal metabolic rate, what you use a lot, and if you do those body scans and stuff like that, you always have those numbers. It basically the minimum amount of calories your body needs when awake and a rest. Calories are used, brain awake, everything I just said. So that thing is really can be really different from one person to the other. Basically, it's the amount of calories that your body is going to burn in 24 hours from midnight to the other midnight. So 24 hours. So there's a lot of variables come into that equation. Are you a male? Are you a female? Are you 20 years old or are you 50 years old? Are you spending a lot of time on the computer, like a lot of people at Qualcomm? Or are you really active, like me or the other trainers, doing classes, having personal clients, moving a lot. So depending on like your lifestyle, your gender, what you do, your age, and all those things, it's going to be really different. Someone who spend a lot of time on the computer, I'll give you an example. Usually they're going to burn between 1,200 and 1,300 calories per day. I burn myself more than 25 calories per day. I'm talking the day when I spend the entire day on my couch doing nothing. But because of the muscle mass I have on me and my activities every day and all those kind of things, like I burn a lot of calories every day without wanting it. Someone who work a lot on the computer, like I said, well less. So you have to think about that when you want to lose weight, because like fitness, it's a simple science. You guys are scientists, some of you guys. It's simple. How many calories you're going to put in the machine and how many calories you're going to burn. All right, it's going to be one of the next slide. But basically, that's simple. It works like that. And like I said before, a lot of things go into that metabolic rate. Okay, go to the next one. All right, kind of another metaphor how they use things. So your body is a fireplace, and your metabolism is the fire that make the energy for you to function all day long. Okay, so depending on the food you're going to put in your mouth and you're going to eat, your body is not going to process it the same time-wise. That's why like the sugar, so all the, I would say the bad things, it's not bad. It's bad if you have too much, but like your body is going to process it quick and it's not going to last long. So it's not really benefit, basically. If you want, I mean, you can have a little bit before like an activity, a sport activity or a run or something like that, but otherwise, moderately, it's like the carbs, okay? Sweet potatoes, rice, and those kind of things. And really slow, it's like the proteins and the fat, all right? So you have to think about that too when you eat, depending on the food you have, it takes more or less time to be processed. So you're not gonna have the benefits like right away. The sugar, you have it right away, you feel it right away. The rest, you need more time, okay? Some practices, the best practices for food, like we said first, a lot of variety in the food groups where we've seen before. Some carbs, some fats, some lot of veggies, a lot of fruits, okay? So even though you like a lot, I don't know, pizza, whatever you like, if you eat that every day, all day long for 365 days per year, you're not gonna get the nutrients you need. So we mix it up with a little bit of everything. Second thing, eat constantly so you don't get hungry. It's stupid to say, but when you feel hungry, it's your body sending you a signal that you have to eat. There's a difference as well. For when you eat sugar, your brain is gonna send you a signal that they want more sugar. So you have to be careful with that. But on paper, if you're hungry, you should eat, but you should eat healthy. It's like putting the good fuel in the car. If you have your car and you put olive oil in it, you're not gonna go far, I can promise you that. So you have to put the good fuel, the good nutrients, the good diet in the car, in your stomach to go long, okay? Here, it's long-term benefit we're talking about, like 20, 30 years from now. Alcohol, sodas, and those kind of things, you're not gonna go far, all right? And there's no, it's genetic, it's, you can get sick for different reasons, but here we're just trying to put all the cards on our side to have the best of luck, you know what I mean? So practice mindfully eating and everything in proportion, 80-20, 70-30, what we said before. Okay, we move on. We have 10 minutes. Calorie balance, that's what I was saying you earlier. So when you think weight loss and you think your metabolism and what you put in your body, it's a simple science, like we said, how many calories you're gonna put in and how many calories you're gonna burn. So with that, it's simple. If you want to lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you put in your mouth. Simple mathematics. But me, who burns 2,500 calories, and someone else who burns 1,200 calories, it's unfair. But me, I have to force myself to eat one meal more per day just to maintain. So if you want to lose weight, that's why when intake is same as output, it's balanced. You're going to keep the same weight. If you burn more calories through your activities, through your lifestyles, through your workout, than what you eat, you're gonna lose weight. And then it's not our goal today, but like if you want to gain muscle, if you want to gain weight, then you need to eat more than what you consume, basically. Okay, and then it comes back to that metaphor. Like you're not gonna do it, hopefully, but eating pizza or ice cream every day, and you could still lose weight as long as your calorie is in the deficit, your calorie input. You have a deficit, then you're gonna lose weight. But it goes back to what we said earlier. The goal is to put the good fuel in the car, so the car goes far. Okay, so keep that in mind. The goal is to put the good fuel. Everyday tips. All right, like we said, if you're hungry, we eat healthy. More veggies, more fruit. Clean dairy and protein. Okay, that we talked about it. High calories and processed food.
Hey, Greg, we do have a question about dairy. Do you have a second, or do you want to wait to the end?
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay, so the dairy question was from, let's see here. It was from Haman Kumar, and it says low-fat, fat-free, mild foods are actually worse as compared to regular ones. Kind of confusing. What's the truth? Then we had another one about grapeseed oil and avocado oil.
So I heard like the avocado oil, and which one is the other one?
Grapeseed?
Basically, I'm not an expert in there, because like I said, dairy. What was about the dairy? Say it again. Sorry, I'm sorry. Our time to hear you with the construction right here.
Sorry about that. In some articles and documentaries, it is said that low-fat or fat-free mild foods are actually worse compared to regular fat foods. Kind of confusing. What's the truth?
Well, like I said at the beginning, if you go online, you can find anything on both sides. Okay, I agree with you. It's confusing, and every 2 months, every 6 months, there's some new theories, and then you see all those diet, keto, all those kind of things. At the end of the day, like I said, you want something that you can go on the long terms. So instead of like, you can find both. At the end of the day, you have to think calorie intakes, and what's like olive oil is what I cook my stuff too. We're going to talk about that in a minute, actually. But the way you cook stuff, I personally go for olive oil over any kind of other oil. And if I can, not even oil. Okay. I mean, it's pretty rare because I do a lot of salad and I do my vinaigrettes with olive oil. For dairy, at the end of the day, what I do believe and what I know is that as an adult, you don't process the dairy. And for me, it makes me stomach issues. So I moved on pretty quick. At the end, if it doesn't, and you don't want to give up 100%, maybe just try to reduce. That's what I would say. If you have more questions like that, we also have some dietitian with Qualcomm, and they would have maybe better opinion and options for you. That's what I believe. Okay, we move on. We go. Thank you, Ryan, for the question.
Thanks, Rick.
Next, use food swaps. So simple thing to do. Steamed over fried. Try to limit the oil. Try to avoid the cream. I know I'm French. I like creme fraiche. I like carbonara with creme fraiche. But the problem, especially when you eat out, is like you don't really control with what they cook and how it's cooked and how. So that's why I try to cook a lot. Fruit against chips and snacks. Simple. You already know those things. Drink water and no sodas. I know you're gonna tell me I drink Coca Zero or Diet Coke or whatever. Trust me, still soda, and nothing is better than water. Get sparkling water if you want. You keep the bubbles, but I will never. My kids will not have sodas at home. Just saying. Be prepared means easy way is to prep your food. I cook all my food. I come to Qualcomm. I have my Tupperware, so I know what I'm eating. Otherwise, if I don't, and I go to the cafeteria, I have no idea. Okay. Use food instead of supplements. A lot of people are gonna skip a meal and have a protein shake. Protein shake is not as good as real food. Never forget that. And make it fun in the way that it's kind of like the workout. If you're bored or if you're not gonna last long if you're not happy when you eat. So keep 80-20 like we said. This one we're gonna go quick. Why water is important? Basically because your body is made of water. It's good for like everything, getting hydrated, for less tired, for weight and all those things. So water 100% all the time. Same thing with the water. I go quick because I was last slide. I want to spend a bit more time. Depending on where you live, the climate, the altitude, your physical activity, your weight, and all those things. As long as you drink when you're thirsty, that's enough. But you need a lot of water. All right, this one I wanted to spend a lot of time, and then we go because we're behind. Strength versus cardio, because through my career, I've got a lot of people coming to me at F45 or here. They're like, okay, I want to lose weight. I want to do cardio. I want to sweat. All right, cardiovascular activities. So cardio, running, elliptical, those machines. When I see too many people spending hours. Okay, cardiovascular is good for your mind. It's good for you. The blood flow is good for your vessels. It's going to make you sweat a little bit and burn a little bit of calories. But on the long run, it's not always productive compared to strength workout. I don't only say that because I'm in charge of all the strength here at Qualcomm, but you have to think metabolism when we talked before. When you get older, your metabolism slows down. It's for everyone. Okay, the only way you can hype up that or maintain that metabolism is with strength workout, deep on the muscles. I'm not saying give up on your cardio. Cardio is good. I'm a soccer player. I like to be outside. I go to the beach. I go for a hike at Torrey Pines, something when I can refresh my mind and stuff like that. Don't spend 5 hours per week on the cardio machine because you're going to lose your muscle mass. Less muscle, smaller metabolism. All right? So remember that. It's good to have both. But when you get stronger, I'm not talking about bodybuilders and getting huge muscles, but when you maintain your muscle mass, you're going to burn more calories. Like the fireplace is always burning. So at the end, it's a win-win. Okay, so remember cardiovascular is good once in a while. We'll listen to your knees depending on your conditions. Some people cannot really run. Anyway, strength, functional training, working on the muscles, making it sore, is staying strong. That's what's going to bring you at 80 years old, being able to play with your little kids when you get bent over and stuff like that. Okay. So also ask yourself what makes you happy and motivated, because at the end, the same thing as the diet and the training. If you're not happy, if you don't like to go at the gym, sometimes it's intimidating. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Find your routine that you like. And if it's running, I'm happy with that. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. You need to find something when you're happy to go work out, you're happy to eat. That's the only way you're gonna bring it the long run. All right, guys, that's a bit quick at the end. That was the last slide. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and I'm gonna see if Ryan have other question for me. Other than that, I'm gonna show you something else. Ryan, do we have another question or no?
Yeah, what was related to medicines, the new diabetes drug, Ozempic, but I don't think we're qualified to answer those. So if people are interested in those and they have diabetes, they can talk to their doctors. But how about coconut oil? It burns at a higher temperature for cooking. Do you prefer coconut oil for cooking and for other things?
It's better than sunflower and those like bad oils. I go 100% with olive oil personally, but I've heard coconut oil is it's better than some others. At the end, like we've seen in one of the slides, steam. I have what's its name? I like to steam all my veggies or the hair fryer when I avoid to just fry in oil like limits. Like it's good fats like avocado and nuts. But not too much. That's what I would say. And for the diabetes. Yeah, it's a tricky question. It's like you need to talk to the doctor to have the green flag. Here, like I'm not qualified to. I'm not gonna take the risk. You know what I mean? Like the doctor is the one you should refer to. Okay. Any other question, Ryan, or should I just finish with the program for the next 2 months?
Yeah, that'd be great if you could do that, Greg. Thanks for answering the questions.
Really quick, guys. Then it's here. All right. So. Here we go. Pretty simple for the June, July. On the top, the Monday here, all the days. On the left, the building is for people who are in San Diego. You have a variety of like functional strength with me. You have some HIIT training with Ryan. You have some bootcamp, Zumba, Pilates, you name it. Whatever you like, those classes are free. Some you have to sign up. Some of mine because we're limited in the space, but otherwise it's not always the case. If you cannot come, there's no problem as well. But yeah, it's a good way to find your routine. I know you guys used to come only 2 days, now it's 4 days, so you have more options when you come on campus to work. Try to fit like 1 hour workout before your lunch break or after to help you. Like that, you have professional, me, Ryan, Patrick, Aja, Sophia, and all the people who have a professional eye can watch your form and can guide you. And it's also a class environment, so it's fun. You have the music, you have all the people. I agree, some people like to just have the headphone and do their own thing, fine with us. But you have those options, and you also have some Zoom classes in the very bottom right here. So you have HIIT on Monday, Fitness Fusion with Sophia, HIIT the Wednesday, and then Sophia and myself again on Friday. So those, you just come on the Zoom link we just have right now, and you do the class with us. All right, thank you so much everyone for joining. I hope I answered some question. If you have more question, you know, we all of the 5 of us here on campus, or you also have our emails on the internet. You can shoot us an email if you have any question, if you want to have a consultation, if you want to have personal training, or if we have any question. All right, thank you so much for your time. It's 12:02. I like to be punctual, so I wish you a good weekend. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you in class or next time on campus. Bye,
Great job,
everyone.
Greg. Thanks a lot.
Bye.